I sort of left. I left school at 16, and I was a bit of a crossroad really. So I kind of saw a little bit of a gap in the market, and I was 22 at the time, and I thought, well, may as well give it a go,
Brilliant.
set up a business and see how we get on. And then, unfortunately, sort of back in 2019, sort of had to close that business through sort of a couple of projects that didn't quite work as
Yep.
the way we wanted it to work, and sort of some financial issues that kind of arose from
Yep.
the recession and everything else. So it was a really tough period, and I had a long period of time where I was sort of ashamed of it in a way. You feel like a failure, and it took a while to sort of pick myself up from that. And as you say, I learned a lot about sort of how resilient and
Yeah.
at the time I didn't think it, but strong that I actually was to sort of pick myself up and actually try and sort of push on and keep going forward really. Um, and then set up SC1 Property to undertake sort of the adaptation type projects. So here we are, and we've got a really nice business that's doing
Brilliant.
really well.
It does remind me actually. I remember our founder, who's a really successful guy. He said to me years ago that he believed he was as successful as he is because he'd made more mistakes than anybody else he knew. Not
Yeah,
despite it, it was like it was the willingness to go and go again and accept that problems and failures are routes to success. The challenge is we get into the mindset of I can only be successful if I'm the person that's working the hardest, and that becomes the trap of then not creating something that can work without us because the first thought when there's an issue is what do I do.
I think looking back in hindsight, having sort of people on board earlier,
Yes.
I think, in terms of employing the right people for the right things, I
Yep.
think that would be something that I would probably give myself that advice.
Yep.
Um, and yeah, just go for it. I think